Hello and welcome to the MyHeritage webinar series. I'm Jeff Rasmussen, your host, broadcasting to you live from Middleton, Idaho. Today we have MyHeritage's Daniel Horowitz with us for his class, Recording Memories on the MyHeritage Mobile App. So wherever and whenever you are, glad to have you with us. Daniel is a genealogy expert at MyHeritage, providing key contributions liaising with genealogy societies, bloggers, and media, as well as lecturing and attending conferences around the world. Dedicated to genealogy since 1986, he was the teacher and the study guide editor of the family history project Searching for My Roots in Venezuela for 15 years. Daniel's involved in several crowdsourced digitization and transcription projects and holds a board-level position at the Israel Genealogy Research Association. And he's also the one that I hear all of the updates about the new 1950 U.S. Census from, and those are always fun to hear. Daniel, glad to see it progressing very quickly. Let's put together our virtual hands. Let's give Daniel Horowitz a nice warm webinar welcome. Hi, Daniel, and welcome to the webinar.
Hello, Jeff. Thank you very, very much. As always, a pleasure to be here with you and all your audience today, talking about recording memories on the MyHeritage mobile app. Today, I'm traveling a little bit the world, and I'm very glad that we could make this session available. And I don't know, but for me, the word recording has some memories and connotations in my mind. And MyHeritage made possible also to record, as probably you are thinking, same as me, with audio, with video, but also in other different ways. And being on the road today and so much, hopefully, in the next coming weeks and months, the mobile app is something very important, and I have been using it lately more and more because of that reason. So I also notice, especially in the social media lately, but way back, my very good friend Randy Seaver did a post about the importance of the smartphone. And this is in 2016. And even today, I think it's more and more relevant. And somebody asked him how he used his smartphone to do genealogy. And he posted those two screenshots from his phone. And as I said, I have seen some social media trends of sharing everybody's phone screens or mobile screens for genealogy. And if you take out the regular setting apps, you can see here that you have some genealogy ones. Randy has a Billion Graves and RootsTech app and Family Tree, MyHeritage, Roots Magic, and all those regular genealogy apps. But if you start thinking a little bit more on other apps, like if you're planning any travels, cemeteries, for example, which is something I love to do on my vacations, I will need Waze, maps, GPS, and all kind of apps, Weather Channel, in order to know if it's snowing, like where Jeff is, or bright and sunny like I am today. Sorry for that, Jeff. And then you will need communications, and it's not only the phone to ask for directions, but also Facebook, Twitter. If you want to do FaceTime and you want to show whatever you found to other people, or also checking your emails. And the part that I will be dedicating more time today, the record and preserve your family history. And again, even the word record sounds audio or video. You have a lot of apps that will help you with texts and photos. And I'm talking about general apps and not specifically for genealogy. And MyHeritage will try to combine all those features into one genealogy app that will connect not only with your family and relatives, but also with your website. So if you're new to MyHeritage, Or if you already know MyHeritage and you're not aware of the latest numbers, MyHeritage has 84 million family trees. And those are holding 5 billion profiles. Why this is important? Well, because remember that MyHeritage has some matching technology that once you save your family tree on the system, it will try to find you more relatives. And not only with family trees, but also with historical records. And Jeff already hinted the 1950 census, where we are all crazy for it. Well, that actually made our historical collection records to reach the 17 billion historical records. We also have DNA tests. Right now, 5.7 is the official number of DNA kits that we have. But if you ask me, I think we are growing a little bit those numbers also at this time. And all the DNA kits, even those that you upload to MyHeritage from other companies, are getting those genetic groups for the ethnicities, but more important, at least for me, is the matching with other people. Now, one of the particularities of MyHeritage is the worldwide scope that we have, and we are supported and we are able to use everything in 42 languages. So it doesn't matter where your relatives are, they are able to go in to use MyHeritage and to enjoy in their own language. Not only that, but we have a web platform, we have a website, and you can use it also from your mobile device. And this is something that I don't know if everybody knows. I will show you today an app, but if you don't like the app, if you are more used to the website, you can still open the browser on your mobile device and connect to myheritage.com through the web without any problem. We do have a desktop application, a software, and probably if you are doing genealogy like me from so long time ago, you will have a few on your computer, and it could be Windows or Mac without any problem. And the big subject of our lecture today, the mobile app that we have both for Android and Apple devices. So if you allow me just 1 second, I'm going to start from the very beginning. For those of you who don't have the MyHeritage app, you can simply go into the App Store or the Google Store, depending on where or what you use to download your apps to your mobile device, and download from there the very latest release or the latest version that we have. And we keep updating that app, by the way, as new features go out. And I have today kind of a news for you regarding the latest update that we did a couple of weeks ago. So you will need to register or sign up if you have or not an account on MyHeritage, and we will give you all the necessary steps. If you need to sign up, you just put your information over there. Or if you want to log in from any social media or your Gmail account, or just keep using email and password without any problem. Now, one thing that MyHeritage offers you both on the website and the mobile app is the two-factor authentication. You can turn on this with no problem at any time. Definitely, I will strongly suggest you to use this, because this is what's going to guarantee that nobody will be able to enter to your family tree, even if they get to your mobile device. So this is a message that is normally sent to your phone, and you can copy those random numbers that appear, and then will allow you to keep going. If you are new And this is the regular onboarding process. We will ask you about your parents, your grandparents from your mother's side, and then from your father's side. And you will hopefully see the instant discoveries where we find matches for you. And if you accept, you will get up to 50 individuals into your family tree. And then we will land you in the homepage of this mobile app. So let's concentrate on the app and the navigation and the features that we have for you. And the first one has to be the family tree. And almost everything that you can do on the website, you can also do from the mobile app. The only thing that you cannot do, or it's not really the only one, but the main one, it's uploading a JetCom. So if you already have a family tree someplace else, you will need to connect either through the software or through the website and download that family tree from any other place and upload it to MyHeritage and save some time over there without any problem. Now, on the mobile app, the family tree looks now very similar or more similar than what we did before. So it should be very easy for you to navigate that tree. You can click on any person's card and it will display the left panel, same as on the website, and you will be able to see all the facts that you have for the person, or the photos or the relatives that are associated with this individual. And yes, the family tree is definitely the first step to be able to record your family. And you will be able to do that from the pencil and the three dots that you have on the top of the left panel. And in here, you will be able to edit the information that you already have. You can view this person in the tree if you're navigating far away from this person. You can delete a person also. Well, just try not to delete people when you get angry with them. Leave them in your family tree and just don't care for them if you don't want to. But if you want to edit the information, MyHeritage will give you a form and will show you what information you have over there, and you will be able to update the information from here as well. If you want to add other things to this profile, you can do that from the plus button that you have on the bottom part of the left panel. And in here, you will be able to add a fact, a photo, scan photos, add an audio, or even another relative. So let's go step by step on this process of recording your family. The first thing you may want to do is to add a fact. And this is either because you remember something that you didn't record before, or you met with some relatives and you discover something, or in any archive on the cemeteries. So you just need to pick the fact that you want to add and then put the date and a place, and you can write a description. And it's that easy how you can add more information to your family tree. Now you can also add a photo or scan a photo, and I will leave that for just a few more seconds or minutes, because I want to show you one, in my mind, very useful feature for the family tree right here, which is the possibility to add audio. And this is one of the exclusive features that you can use from the mobile app, and it's not available on the website. So once you click record an audio, for sure you will need to allow MyHeritage to access your microphone. And once you click OK, you can click record, and the message, whatever you're saying, will be recorded. Now you can use this in multiple cases. I'm going to tell you my own experience. First of all, my daughter is in that age that she's interested in the family and asking questions. So instead of just answering her, I use this feature to answer her, but recording at the same time a memory or a fact for that individual. Another option that I use with this is whenever I meet with another relatives and I am the one asking the questions or the other relatives wants to tell me about their family. So I come here to the profile of the person, I click record, and everything is saved. Whenever I want, and I suggest you not to generate long recordings, like limited to just a few minutes maybe, and you can chop even an interview that you're doing, you can cut it, like space it at different times and just tell the person 1 second, please, do a couple of clicks, and then the recording will go up to the website immediately. You will be able to hear it both on the app, if after you recorded, you would like to hear it right there, or you can also hear it through the website, and other family members that you have invited will also have access to these recordings, and you can just check if it went well. And yes, I will strongly suggest you, if you're taking notes, to verify the recording after you did it, because it is extremely depressing and angering when you try to listen to the recording after hours or days, and then you realize that for whatever reason it didn't record it properly, or it was very noisy in the background and you cannot understand what the person is saying. So definitely give it a check and make sure that everything went fine. Now from here also you can add other relatives, and yes, that's something that also happened in the family. People either get married or gave birth, and we have new individuals. So you can select the relationship to the person where you're standing on your tree, and just by clicking the relationship and adding first name, last name, birth, or date and place, it will be pre-recorded leaving, but you can just unmark that. If you're adding a new person you discovered and he already passed away, you should unmark that leaving sign, because this is what's going to give the privacy settings on MyHeritage. Living individuals are set totally private. Deaf individuals are open so other people can find your relatives right there. Now, also from this very place, you have another exclusive feature from the mobile app, which is the timeline that MyHeritage will create automatically for any person in your family tree. Just by clicking that bottom on the top, MyHeritage will analyze the facts, not only for that person, but also 3 generations up and 3 generations down, meaning from the person to their grandparents to their grandkids, and you will be able to see all the events in the life of that person: birth, marriage, death, occupation, education. Everything is going to show there for all these people. No, unfortunately, you cannot download the timeline, and it's different than the timeline that we're offering you on the website. It's a different feature. On the website, you create or you view your tree in a timeline form. This is specifically created for the people that you are selecting here. Now, yes, sharing is coming very soon. What else you can do in the family tree navigation? Well, you can search for any specific individual, because probably you will not be able to see everybody on that little screen. So you can start typing the name of the person, and we will take the information from the family tree and suggest you names. And when you click over there, you will be able to see the person without any problem. or you can see all the individuals of your family tree in a different view. And you can select either the pedigree view or the list view. And they're both totally workable, editable. So you can come here and show people their ancestors. If you're analyzing DNA matches, this is a very good way to see how your ancestors or the person's ancestors display. On the list view, you can also click on any person and you can see the person in the tree. You can add photos, you can search record, you can edit the information, and we even will tell you the matches that you have for that person. And you can do that for as many family trees as you have, or you can view all the family trees all at once. You can filter, you can sort your results, you can use this just to go over the names, look for duplicates or the missing information that you have when you sort by first name, last name, or the last person you added. You remember something and you want to check more information, you can do that without any problem. Okay, let's open our navigation panel from the top left corner. And in here, you can see the discoveries, you can see the DNA matches, but today it's all about recording. So the next part where you can record your family history is under photos. And MyHeritage will display here all the photos that you have uploaded through the website, through the software, or previously on your mobile app. I will suggest you to organize your photos by albums. I have, for example, a virtual cemetery album where I put all my tombstones, or I have this document folder where I put all the documents that I have found. And the others I just do by family name, different families, or a specific events. If I'm doing like a research travel, or if I have a wedding that I'm attending in my family, I will have an album created like that. You can also, at any point in time, click on that plus big button on the lower right corner, and will allow you a little bit more than adding a photo or scan a photo, but I wanted to go one step at a time. So let's start with the add photo. And in here, MyHeritage will ask you permission to access your photos or your camera. Because if somebody send you or share with you a photo and you save it on your device, you will be able to just copy it from there and upload it to the website without any problem. Or the way I do it, allowing access to the camera. Whenever I meet a relatives and whenever I don't have a personal picture of the person, I will use the camera to shoot a picture, or if the person has other pictures and has documents, I could use them to take them with the camera. And I am strongly again suggesting you to do that, even if it's the worst picture that you can take because of the lighting and the space and reflections, whatever. It may be at the end of the day the best picture that you may get from that person or the document. Once the picture is loaded into MyHeritage or into the app, you will be able to share, you will be able to edit the details, you will be able to add a title, a date, and a place where this picture was taken. If somebody else uploaded a picture to your website, if you invite other family members, that is an option as well. And you will be able to download and save it to your mobile device and show people the picture from your mobile at any point in time. Yes, as I said, you will be able to see information, but also add a date, a place, or a description if you know that this is a particular family or you know more details about the image. One other thing that you can do here is tag the individuals that appeared in the photo. And when you do that, you will be able to choose from the names of your family relatives in the family tree, and that will associate the image with the person. It will create the personal photo for the individual, and it will make easier for you and for others to realize who this person in the picture is. You can just view the profile, you can edit the tag, and you can set as profile picture at any point in time. What else you can do here? Well, you can take advantage of the wonderful features, photo features that MyHeritage has. You can repair the photo, you can enhance the photo, you can colorize the photo as I just did, and you can even animate it with the deep nostalgia technology. Remember that technology that made move all your family and brought them to life. All those are totally usable from the top menu and the icons that you have over there. And you will be able as well to download and to save both the original, the improved, or even both in the same image to compare them without any problem. Once you have done that, MyHeritage will put an icon on the photo section before, so you will know that even you're looking at that image in black and white, you already applied the optimization features, and you are all good over there. Now, there is one more thing that you can do with your photos. And remember, I said recording, right? So MyHeritage gave you the ability to record audio in the image itself. Before, we did it with the profile of the person. Now it's with the picture. And this is what we called Storyteller. You just need to tap the microphone icon that you have there and to start recording. Of course, that you will need to give access again to your microphone to MyHeritage if you haven't done so. How do I use this? Well, whenever I meet again with relatives, or whenever I am in the road and I see a picture and I want to record the memory of when and where and why this picture was taken, or what memories this picture brings me, I will be able just to talk and to record this audio, and it will be uploaded automatically to the website. I will always suggest you as well here to hear and to click on the recording and to try to hear if the recording came true or not. And also here, MyHeritage will add an icon for you to know that there is a story behind that photo, literally behind the image. Okay, what else we can do here? Well, as you can see, a new option on the menu was created on the mobile app very recently, and it is our live story feature. And you will allow me just a couple of seconds. I'm going to demonstrate this using the website interface, but it's basically the same one on the mobile, just the size of the screen is a little bit different. So we are going to suggest you, based on your family tree and the pictures that you have uploaded previously, an individual that you can create the story for it. You just need to go on with your mouse on top of the card and click the button that will appear for you, create the live story. You will need to agree to the terms and conditions, because MyHeritage really don't want this feature to be misused, okay? So you compromise yourself to behave, and just to act accordingly to what we are suggesting over there. And once you have done that, MyHeritage is going to do a couple of things. First, we're going to make sure the quality of the image is up to the challenge, meaning that we're going to enhance and repair your family photo is needed. Then we're going to start writing the information from the facts, and in just a few minutes it should be ready. You can move away both on your mobile device or on your website from this page. You don't need to staring at this page for 3, 5, 10 minutes, depending on how many facts you have for this individual, or simply you can be aware of your email, where we're going to tell you that the life story was created and it's ready for you, and you can just click and go to the page. Once you have your life story ready, you can, of course, click and hear it or share it in social media or with a link. Or even more than that, you can click on edit the live story. And here is the place where you're going to be able to change all the automatic text that was created for you based on your family tree. And I have another recommendation for you on this live story. But you can click on the 3 dots. You can hear any chapter, and each of those pieces are called chapters. You can also check the voices options that you have. Well, you will not have an English South American accent like mine, but you will be able to choose not only from different US, including child voice, but also Australian, UK, Ireland, New Zealand accent. Now, a tip for you, if you have foreign people in your family tree, you can actually change the language that you're navigating the MyHeritage app or website, and then it will be recorded in that language. So that will offer you options to generate those life stories in more than 30 languages as well. Another thing you can do here is you can edit the images that we took from your tree, and you can upload new images. And yes, for now is only uploading new images. You cannot select previously uploaded image yet. We are working on improvement of this feature as we normally do. And you can also, by clicking the icon over there, add or remove or change the photo. And you can also add new photos, as I said, and add new chapters or edit the text of the chapters that we have created for you. And here is something that I really started to suggest to people after I hear it from other users. I have to admit, this really was not an idea of my own. Because I have starting to see users that are creating life stories very creatively, meaning that not just the bare facts from their family tree, but for example, one of my friends created a video, a family story or a life story with a recipe. And not only grandma is explaining how to do the cake or the meatloaf, but also telling stories about the first time she did that cake and why this was the favorite meatloaf of the firstborn child. And, walking you through the recipe. How do you do that? Very easy. It's just editing the information from the different chapters and choosing very good images, or you can put over there the story of or the history of that plate. Now, think it in any other way. Another very hilarious example, I have to say, is an interview that Connie Cox did to me a couple of days ago, and she actually used this with the picture of her great-great-grandmother to introduce me to the interview. And I wasn't aware of that, and Connie surprised me, and believe me, it was wonderful and historic. So I will suggest you to view it right there. Now you can, after all the changes, after you have thought and compiled all the information and create that story, you can save and recreate that live story again. And all the live stories are going to appear in the top part of the suggestion part or the live story part now, because you have some that you have created, and you can create more anytime for those suggested or those individuals as well. You can share them, you can download them, and they're going to be movies that you can put in any other place, or you can edit or redo it or just delete it and start all over again. Okay, I'm going to skip this part, which shouldn't be there, and then continue, because what else you can do here? You can scan photos, and there is a major difference between taking a picture of another picture or even a document and scanning a document. I wouldn't recommend this like to massive scanning tasks, which is one of my other favorite things to do on my vacation. But if you are with a relative, if somebody shows you a particular document, you can use your mobile app also to scan it without any problem. The MyHeritage app will detect the corners of that document and will allow you also to fix it and make sure that you have only the document and not other things that are maybe in the table or in the surroundings of the document. You will be able to apply some filters, and no, those are not the filters from Instagram. Those are filters that will improve the readiness of that document that you are using. And I already see a few questions in the chat. So no, unfortunately, you will not be able to apply OCR, optical character recognitions, to those documents. You will need to transcribe the document manually if you would like, but still, very nice to be able to do that in the comment section of the image while you are watching the image right there. Okay, what else do we have here? You can do research, and the reason that I'm bringing this to you here is because, you know, the 1950 census, we're all getting crazy about that, and we are releasing more and more states and territories into the full transcription that we have. So once you search for that person, well, yes, I know this is the Hungary Catholic Church records, but if it will be the census or any collection as well, you will be able to see all the records, and when you choose one record, you will be able to record that record to the individual in the family tree. So another way of adding more information to your relatives right from the mobile device. Now, one other feature kind of unique from the mobile app is the opportunity to invite members. And we will give you a list of all the members that we found in your family tree alive. That is, with the dead ones, we're having a little bit of troubles in order for them to agree to communicate with you through the app. But you can do that, by the way, also from any living individual in the family tree. You will see an icon over there to invite. Now, what is the difference between the invitation, this invitation, and a regular invitation? Well, that if you allow us, those invitations are going to be sent by text message. And I know that we all have um, email addresses, but you not necessarily may know the right email address of your relatives. So if you have them in your contact list, and if they have a phone number, you can automatically send an invitation to your family tree and to the app to that person, even using an SMS, the regular, used to be messaging system on the phones. From here, you can also manage communication with other family members, and MyHeritage will keep all the communication very private, so we are not discussing or revealing any email addresses from you or from any other person. You will be able to see multiple inboxes here, or just start and write a new email to somebody from your family tree. You can also add a picture for yourself if you don't have one, and probably this is something I should have done way before. And just for you to know that at the very bottom of this menu, you have the setting wheels, and here you're able to change the language. Remember, I said for the live story, so here you can change the language of the app. You can set up your notifications, change the cover photo, or simply log out and make sure everything is saved. Okay, so summarizing, for the MyHeritage mobile app is a way to take and edit your family tree on the go. It doesn't matter if it's in a train, on a bus, on a plane, or wherever or however you decide to do. It will synchronize automatically with your website and your software. So whenever you open your computer, all the information, the new information that you just recorded is going to be there. Some features from the mobile device that you can use is like the way of taking pictures or recording audios for the individual or for the photo, or just using the unique feature of the timeline in the app. Now, Jeff, if you allow me just one more minute here, I would like to bring your audience with a couple of recent announcements. And as you probably already know, MyHeritage built a special landing page for the U.S. Census, allow me to say craziness. And yes, this year we are revealing or we have publishing the 1950 census, but that may lead you also to find people in the 1940, 1930, or even the 1910 or 19 census. And if you want to know more about those, MyHeritage will have dedicated pages for you to learn and to become a better genealogist. As we are saying, we just released a couple of days ago Delaware and Wyoming, and just a few hours ago, a new release of 763,000 records for New Hampshire, Alaska, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. All these records totally free with images whenever you search on myheritage.com/research. And just keep an eye on our blog and our communications, because we are going to keep releasing more and more states and territories as we go. And if you want to learn more about genealogy and the census and how to take advantage of all these records out there, I will suggest you to take the Introduction to Genealogy free course. You will need to register, and just so we can keep track of your progress there, but it's totally free, and it's totally independent on your registration on MyHeritage. Where do you find the Introduction to Genealogy course? You will find it under the education.myheritage.com, which will bring you to the MyHeritage knowledge base. Right there in the top menu, you will find genealogy course. And if not, here you will be able to find articles, videos, and webinars totally free. You don't need to register in order to use the knowledge base and learn a little bit more on genealogy. If you are into webinars just like this, I'm pretty sure Jeff will give us more information in just 1 second. But if you are into podcast, I definitely have to suggest you to subscribe and to listen to our Blast from My Past, the new podcast series that MyHeritage just released a couple of weeks ago. This is episode 2, but the good news is that episode 3 is already out there. And this is not genealogy lectures on how to. This is the stories of those people, those users that found MyHeritage usage for finding their family tree, individuals or family relatives. So however you connect to your podcast, just look for Blast from My Past, and hopefully you will be able to enjoy that without any problem. So now I'm all ready for questions. I would like to thank Jeff for the invitation and you for the attention. I do know, Jeff, that you have a little bit more of announcements before we go to the questions. So go ahead and take it from here. I will stay and wait to hear the questions from you.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. You know, I think for me personally, the most important thing I got out of this today was a reminder of my grandmother and her 90-some-year-old sister that I would really like to go and interview. And so this is not only giving me the reminder, but it's also explained the tools that I can use as I do it. So thank you so much. This is our schedule of the upcoming live webinars. We'll next hear from Uri Gonen on different ways to view your tree. That's coming up April 26th. And then drawing insights from your family photos will happen on May 10th, an interesting title there. And then Uri will be back to talk to us about jump starting your research, or jump starting your research with instant
You can stare at your research as well.
Oh, I know. It's fun to do that. That was my mistake there. That's not a copy and paste mistake. I just didn't put the T in there. Okay, so this is what's coming. Now, if you want to learn more from Daniel Horowitz, just head up to the familytreewebinars.com/Daniel Horowitz. And this is where he has a very nice collection of classes. And the class that he taught in the 24-hour genealogy webinar marathon late last week, we're actually working on publishing the replay as we speak right now. So that one will show up right here. The replay of today will also show up both in Daniel's section on the website and up on the homepage at familytreewebinars.com. And I put this link in your chat area as well. There are 78 different classes in the webinar library specific to MyHeritage topics. Okay, it's door prize time, so if you're here, you're eligible to win. And Daniel, it looks like I need to update this now to 17 billion historical records, so that was a very fun announcement.
I cannot keep track of that as well, Jeff. Every day that number grows and grows.
Yeah. Oh, and it's very exciting. Okay, so let me go over and find my random door prize picker tool, and we are going to find our winner. And it looks like, I need to get my recorder too so I can remember who won. Okay, so if your name is Ardella Felper, congratulations to you. You've got a 1-year MyHeritage Complete plan coming your way. Access to everything on MyHeritage. And then let's do a MyHeritage DNA test kit. And we will find our winner as Roberta Walton. Congratulations to you. All right.
Yay!
I know. Said cartwheels and fireworks, and that's how I would be feeling. to hear my name live on the air. Okay, let's go to some questions, Daniel. We've got some good ones here. First from Terry, and she says when talking about the photos and the audio recording, Terry's wondering, can you record more than one audio recording for the photo?
Yes, definitely you can. And it goes hand by hand with my suggestion of not doing long audios. But of course, you're not going to also cut in the middle of the story unless you want to create some tension or suspensions over there. But yes, you can add more than one recording to the photo.
Okay, very good. Thank you, and thanks for your question. Paula asks, if you record a story behind the photo, does that recording stay with a digital photo if you copy the photo elsewhere, or is that only available when you're in MyHeritage?
Very good question. And no, the recording is uploaded to MyHeritage and it's connected to the photo, but whenever you download the image, either original, enhanced, the audio will not go together. You will need to download the audio separately.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And a kind of a related question from Mary Jane. She says, if you enter metadata to your photo, will that transfer to other platforms if you share the photo?
Yes, the metadata will go, dates, places, comments. If it's, well, comments, no, I'm sorry for that. But the metadata will go, yes.
Okay, thank you for that. Diane writes in saying, I love the MyHeritage podcast. She says it's wonderful. Glad, Diane, that you've been enjoying that. And just a few other nice comments in here, Daniel. But you've answered all of the questions. So well done, and thank you, Daniel. And I hope that you continue to enjoy your time. Now, earlier you were comparing where you are to where I am, and yeah, it's cold here and warm there. And I hope that you continue to stay warm and find lots of your ancestors. But we're thankful to you for what you've taught us here today. Before we say goodbye, any final thoughts, Daniel?
No, Jeff, it's always a pleasure just being here and chat with you and being able to showcase what MyHeritage has up till now. I do have to emphasize because who knows, maybe tomorrow we have another feature or another record or another thing ready for you. Keep an eye definitely on the MyHeritage blog, which is normally where we first announce everything new that we have. Yeah, just keep doing genealogy.
Terrific. I love that, Daniel. Thanks so much, and thanks to all of you, wherever and whenever you are around the world. Thanks for sharing part of your day with us. And remember, life is short. Do genealogy first. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Daniel.